Hey makeup friends! Today I'm going to be sharing with you 3 looks using the Glamlite and Mikayla palette. Let's get into this. As always, I want to start off by welcoming you back to my channel, or if you are new here, then hello and welcome. My name is Kara, and on my channel we like to mix beauty, brains, and the occasional F-bomb. Obviously, the eye makeup that I'm wearing is coming from the Glamlite and Mikayla palette, and on my lips I have a lip gloss from Dior in the shade J'adore. Now before we get into the video, I just want to let you know that I have created a new merch design. I'll stick a picture up here. So if you are interested, I do have it in a variety of different options, from t-shirts to hoodies. There's a legging option. There's all sorts of colors, all sorts of stuff available. If you want to check out my Teespring, it will be linked down below. And I also have like a store tab on my YouTube page. I don't really know how this works. You're only able to get it once you have 10,000 subscribers, so it's very new to me, but at any rate, it will be linked down below if the store thing isn't working. Technology, man, it gets the best of me every time. All right, but enough of that. Let's get into the palette. So if you haven't seen it, here it is here. The packaging is absolutely adorable. It's got all of this like glitter in there, so you know the crow that dwells deep within my soul is quite happy about it. I do kind of wish, and I don't know how practical it is, but I do kind of wish that there was like a liquid or something in here so that the sparkles were a little bit more suspended rather than just like falling like that. Very minor complaint. Takes absolutely nothing away from the palette itself, but just, I think that would have been a little bit, I don't know, more fun. Anyways, aside from that, let's take a look at the inside. So one of the things that really drew me to this palette was this inclusion of these 2 rows here. Now I know a lot of people were sort of commenting that there were some similarities in the tones, but frankly, I happen to love that. I love that you have the neutral options, but that there is like a wealth of color down here as well. And this is one of those palettes that even though there are so many shades in there and that often overwhelms me, this one somehow doesn't. I don't know if it's the way that they're laid out and grouped together. I can't really explain it, but when I look at this palette, I just see all sorts of different eye looks coming together, different pairings of the colors playing with each other, and I'm very inspired by this color story, and I'm just so very happy with it. So this collection included not only the palette, but a gloss set, some lashes, as well as a highlighter. I only picked up the palette, but you can purchase the entire collection through the website. It is available. And just checking, it retails for $89, or the palette on its own is available for pre-order for $42. The other items sold individually are all sold out right now, and there's no information on a pre-order for them, so I'm not sure if the lashes and the highlighter and the glosses will be restocking or not. But as of right now, you can either only get the palette on pre-order, or you can purchase the entire bundle not on pre-order. So I don't know what that's called. What's the opposite of pre-order? Order, I guess? Now, I haven't had a chance to play with every single shade in this palette yet, but what I can say from the ones that I have, and I have used the vast majority of them, the mattes are lovely. They are very nicely pigmented, but not so pigmented that they become difficult to work with. They blend out very nicely. I haven't had any issues with major fallout or anything of that sort. They're not particularly dusty in the pan. They pick up nicely on a brush, and they apply just as nicely on the eye. The shimmers in here are a little bit more finicky. Once applied, they are beautiful on the eyes, and I do find that there is very good longevity with them. I would recommend using some sort of tackier eyeshadow base, not necessarily to the full extent of a glitter glue, but just some sort of eyeshadow base that you don't set with powder beforehand, just to help grip onto these shadows. The finickiness comes in the application of them and getting them out of the pan and onto the brush. I do find that they sort of move around in the pan a little bit and sort of crumble away from the brush. You can just pick them up with a finger and you're going to get full impact that way. It is workable with the brush, and I think in every look that I'm going to include in this video, I did use a brush. I know I did for this eye look today. So it's not like it doesn't adhere at all. It's just that it is going to shift around in the pan a bit, and there will be little bits flaked off that you're just going to have to push back into the pan and sort of tamp down. It's really not an issue, like it's not a big deal. I find it very frustrating when you have shimmer shadows that do that like crumbly thing, but then never pick up on the brush. These ones do pick up, and you just kind of have to wiggle the brush back and forth a little bit. It's not one of those formulas where you can just glide across the top and it's going to pick up nicely. You just have to sort of manipulate it a bit in order to get it onto the brush. Now, in terms of the color story, like I said, I'm personally very inspired by this palette. I see it and I can see little quads of colors that would all work together just the way that they're laid out, or you can mix and match all over. Like, I just really enjoy this palette and I really enjoy working with it. So the comments that I've made about particularly the shimmer shadows, I don't want to detract from the palette because it's really not a big issue. I just want you to be aware of that, because if you don't want to put in the effort with those shimmer shadows, it's good to know that going into it. Now, finally, with this palette, I love that there's an almost even split between mattes and shimmers. I just find that that makes it so versatile. If there were only a couple of mattes or only a couple of shimmers, I'd have a much harder time working with it. But as it is, there's basically a shimmer in every color story, and I just think that makes it wildly versatile. So I'm very, very happy with this palette in terms of its color. So with all of that being said, let's get into the eye looks. For today's video, I'm going to do something that I haven't done in a while, and I'm just going to set the eye looks to music. I'm not going to do a voiceover for them. I just haven't done that in a while, and I thought it'd be nice to just sort of go back to basics. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and then we'll just wrap the video up once those 3 looks are done. Here we go.
Like I was falling through the air. Myself to hold my hand, standing in the shadows of where we have been, sleeping with your back facing me. I know this isn't us. Baby, pull me closer, let's fall in love. Oh, I can feel my body move to every move you make, and I can feel the tension every time we close. I know whatever happens, I will have you next to me. 'Cause tonight we have it all. 'Cause we're dancing as one. 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 We've been into places all at once. Wish that what we said would come undone. Feels like our minds have been turned off. Haven't seen each other for so long. I know this isn't us. Baby, pull me closer, let's fall in love. Oh, I can feel my body move to every move you make, and I can feel the tension every time we close. I know whatever happens, I will have you next to me. 'Cause tonight we have it all. 'Cause we're dancing as one. 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 You and me are moving. Make sure we get through this. Let's just keep on dancing as one. You and me are moving. Make sure we get through this. Let's just keep on dancing as one. 'Cause we're 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 dancing as one. Why do I make things complicated? Why do I lose all my control? I keep on letting my bad habits make us both come crashing to the floor. Something to save us, close but we're strangers. Feel like we're far apart. Stripping down the inside myself. I swear to never talk about it until I start to yell. Something to save us, close but we're strangers. Feel like we're far apart. Strip it down, new. I'm stripping down, new. I'm stripping down, new. This is not what we should be. Thought to get the best of me. This is how we should be. Thought to get the best of me. This is how we should be. Thought to get the best of me.
I don't really need a new friend, so spend your time with me. Looking for someone who can play though, wanna hang with me. I'm not really looking for a friend, so spend your time with me. Looking for someone not afraid to give it all to me. Get next to me, get next to me. All that I want is to get next to you, get next to you. Not asking for much, but it feels like the two of us are golden or gold. You see, we'll do you good, so take a chance on me. It's magical when you are close, so get closer, babe. We'll do you good, 'cause I am golden, I'm golden. You're not really looking for a friend, so at the top for me. Never thought that loving would be easy, but it's all for free. Won't cost a thing, so it's yours, worth a try. Oh, this is the real thing. I'm down if you're down, boy. Get next to me, get next to me. All that I want is to get next to you, get next to you. Not asking for much, but it feels like the two of us are golden or gold. You see, we'll do you good, so take a chance on me. It's magical when you are close, so get closer, babe. We'll do you good, 'cause I am golden, I'm golden. Get next to me, get next to me. Get next to me, get next to me. Get next to me, get next to me. Get next to you, get next to you. Get next to me, get next to me. Feels like the two of us are golden or gold, you see. We'll do you good, so take a chance on me. It's magical when you are close, so get closer, babe. We'll do you good, 'cause I am golden, I'm golden. Feels like the two of us are golden or gold, you see. We'll do you good, so take a chance on me. It's magical when you are close, so get closer, babe. We'll do you good, 'cause I am gold, I'm golden.
I thought that we had something special. I thought I handled this so well. I know we had the right intentions, but somehow it came to an end. I was looking for a remedy. Now I better who's in front of me. I was looking for a remedy. Now I better who's in front of me. Yeah. Push it back, hold you close. Start a fight, there you go. I get unstable, I get unstable. In my bed all alone, never know when you home. I get unstable, I get unstable. Remember the first time unstable. I get unstable. I push you back, I hold you close. Push you back, hold you close. Start a fight, there you go. I get unstable, I get unstable. In my bed, all alone, never know when you're home. I get unstable, I get unstable. Push you back, hold you close. Start a fight, there you go. I get unstable, I get unstable. In my bed, all alone, never know when you're home. I get unstable, I get unstable. I get unstable. I get unstable. Push you back, hold you close. Start a fight, there you go. I get unstable. I get unstable.
You only call me on the weekends when you're out and about, only chasing highs. You need me. He brings me flowers on a Tuesday. He gives me good loving, something that I never thought existed. I know what I need, ain't gonna lie. I know what I want, speaking my mind now. A queen needs a king to be by her side. On my mind's loving's on my mind. He can do me better, he can do me better. On my mind's everything I like. He can do me better.
All right, and there we have it, guys. Those are 3 looks using the Mikayla and Glamlite palette. I have to say, I am such a fan of this palette. I think it's just so much fun, but I love that it has that nice balance of colorful options and more neutral tones, meaning that I can use this when I'm getting ready for work or when I'm getting ready for a date night. And again, it just comes back to that word of versatility for me. I think that this is just one of those all-purpose kind of palettes where I can do a more toned down look, but I can also punch it up and go full on balls to the wall with the color if I want to. All right, with all of that said, I'm going to wrap the video up here. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I will see you in my next one. Until then, just be a decent human being. Bye for now.